You know, when we think about big tech breakthroughs, we'll usually picture these massive teams, right? Huge companies with endless resources. But what if I told you one person could build an entire team of AI specialists all by themselves? That's exactly what we're diving into today.
So let's get right to it. How on earth does one developer build a whole team of AI specialists? I mean, it sounds kind of impossible, doesn't it? We're talking about a top-tier strategy consultant, a brilliant engineer, and a personal tutor, all created by just one person? Well, the answer is pretty incredible, and it signals a huge shift in how technology is being made.
Okay, to really get how this works, we're going to meet three very different, very powerful professionals. We'll see the tough problems they're built to solve and the amazing value they bring to the table. But here's the kicker. There's a secret, a common thread that connects all of them. And we're going to pull on that thread by the end of this.
All right, first up, let's jump into the super high-stakes world of corporate strategy. You know, for any big company, one of the biggest headaches is just keeping tabs on the competition. It's this never-ending, resource-sucking battle to figure out what everyone else is doing.
And this is where it gets really real. We're not just talking about a minor annoyance here. Think about this. Senior analysts are spending 40% of their time. That's 2 whole days out of their work week, just digging for data. And the worst part? By the time they actually get a report done, the info is already 3 to 5 days old. In today's market, that's ancient history. You're basically guaranteed to be a step behind.
So, enter our first specialist, Sentinel. And let me be clear, this is not just another fancy search tool. It's what's called an agentic AI orchestrator. That's a fancy way of saying it's a whole team of AI agents, all working in concert, basically mimicking an elite strategy consultant. The goal? Super simple. Stop Googling and start strategizing.
And this is how it works. It's not just one big AI brain, it's a whole crew. You've got the router agent, who's like the traffic controller, figuring out what to even look for. Then the hunter agent goes out and investigates, finding all the raw info. The scraper is the extractor, pulling out just the important bits. Then the analyst, the strategist, does a full-blown SWOT analysis. And finally, the reporter is the closer, wrapping it all up in a slick report for the execs. It's literally a digital consulting firm in a box.
So, the big question is, what's the payoff? What does this AI team actually do? Well, how about a 95% drop in research time? Yeah, you heard that right. What used to take days now takes minutes. That is a total game changer.
And when you save that much time, you know what else you save? Money. A lot of it. We're talking a 60% cut in the cost of competitive analysis. So Sentinel isn't just about speed, it's making top-level strategic thinking way more affordable and available to more businesses.
Okay, so that's what AI can do in the boardroom. Pretty impressive. But now let's switch gears completely and see how these same ideas work in a totally different space, engineering and manufacturing. This is where things get physical and the challenges are, well, a whole different beast. The main problem here is something called the visualization gap. Basically, an engineer has this amazing idea in their head, but getting it into a complex 3D CAD model, it takes forever. We're talking weeks plus hundreds of hours of training, and the real-world cost is huge. Picture this. A machine on the factory floor goes down. It takes, on average, 2 hours to figure out what's wrong, usually by taking the whole thing apart. That's a ton of downtime and wasted material.
The solution sounds like something ripped straight from a superhero movie. Meet specialist number 2, FRID. It's a generative immersive visual intelligence engine. But what does that mean? It means you can just talk to it, describe an object, maybe show it a quick sketch you drew on a napkin, and bam! It creates a fully interactive, physics-aware 3D model right there in real time. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And just like Sentinel, FRID isn't a solo act. It's a team. You've got the architect, who's the physicist making sure everything makes sense. The eye is a blueprint scanner that can actually read 2D drawings. The interface lets you talk to it in real time. The constructor is the one that actually builds and renders the 3D scene. And get this, the navigator lets you control the whole thing with hand gestures. It's a whole new way of bringing ideas to life.
So remember that 2-hour diagnosis time we talked about? Well, this chart just says it all. Instead of tearing a machine apart, an engineer can just use FRID to whip up a digital twin, explode the view virtually, and find the problem in, wait for it, about 5 minutes. From 120 minutes down to 5. That's not just an improvement, it's a revolution.
All right, for our third and final example, we're leaving the factory and heading to the classroom. And this is a problem I think pretty much all of us can relate to, the struggle to get good, personalized help when you're studying.
I mean, we've all tried using those generic AI chatbots for homework, right? And honestly, they usually fall flat. They have no idea what your actual curriculum is. They just spit out answers, which doesn't help you learn, and they're notorious for just making stuff up, especially in math and science. They're missing the single most important thing a real tutor has: context.
And that's where our third specialist, EdGrab, comes in. Its secret weapon is a simple but genius idea: a persistent memory bank. EdGrab actually knows your class schedule. It's read your syllabus. It knows when your exams are. It uses all that context to act like a real dedicated human tutor who actually gets what you're going through.
And yeah, you guessed it, EdGrab is a team too. It has the professor for those deep dive explanations, a live voice coach to help you practice and remember things, an examiner that can create practice tests based on your actual syllabus, and a narrator if you learn better by listening. It's the whole package, designed to take the chaos of being a student and turn it into a clear path forward.
Okay, let's recap. We have a corporate strategy consultant, a futuristic engineering tool, and a super smart personal tutor. 3 completely different, incredibly powerful AI platforms, each solving massive billion-dollar problems. So who built them? Has to be a huge tech company, right? Or some fancy, well-funded research institute?
Nope. The answer is one person. All 3 of these platforms, Sentinel, FRIDA, and EdGrab, were built by a single developer, Aditya Gaurav. He is the solo architect. That entire team of AI specialists we just met, it was all him.
So the question is, how is that even possible? Well, a big piece of the puzzle is using a smart, consistent set of tools, a tech stack. By really mastering these core technologies, especially Google's Gemini SDK for the AI brain, he could basically create a blueprint and apply it to 3 totally different problems without starting from scratch every time. This is the incredible power of the tools we have today.
And when you look at the architect himself, you can see this is no accident. This is someone who is relentlessly dedicated to learning. We're talking over 19 Google Cloud skill badges, an Oracle certification, deep expertise in this kind of agentic AI. And what's really interesting is his background. He graduated from a Sainik school, which is run by India's Ministry of Defense. That points to a foundation built on serious discipline and strategic thinking.
But you know, this story is so much bigger than just one amazing developer. It really makes you think. It raises this massive question for all of us. If one single person can now build what used to take an entire company, what does that mean for the future of everything? For innovation, for startups? What even is a tech company anymore?
Look, we've moved beyond just building apps. This is about architecting intelligence itself, creating entire teams of AI agents, and the evidence is right in front of us. The tools are now so powerful that one person, one visionary, with the right skills can create unbelievable value. The era of the solo AI architect, well, it's here.